Hi everyone. So we're going to try something a little bit different. See if we can get this kind of going forward. I have kind of come to the conclusion that whether it's time sensitive, whether people are just unaware, whatever it may be, the last couple of times that we've written on the website, written on the blog on several different topics, notice that people don't necessarily take the time to read the content that we're putting out there. So we're going to try to make a video. Sometimes that makes it a little bit easier. We used to do the coach's thoughts every day, and so we're going to try to kind of get into that interaction a little bit more, see if the video may make it a little bit easier and a little bit more accessible for people to watch or listen to. So tomorrow is Monday. We're going to see if we can start kind of a little ritual for Monday being Monday Mindset Motivation Day. All right, so this is the first topic. So the first topic comes in kind of on a subject that I feel has been kind of eating at me all weekend long. I saw it happened on Friday. There was a conversation that I overheard in the gym that I feel I should have stepped in and kind of put in my own 2 cents on when the conversation was happening, and I didn't at that point, and it's just been kind of eating at me all weekend long. So I'm gonna see if I can address that now. So we'll just give a little backstory. So a couple athletes were having a conversation. It's the weekend, it's 4th of July weekend, so a lot of people are going out of town, getting ready to do other activities outside of the area we live in. So these athletes were getting to go away for the weekend, and the topic got brought up about going to another box, about going to work out on, I believe, Saturday, Sunday, whatever it may be, because they were going to miss a workout, a day of training. Which, on that note, if you guys do go away, go training, or go away for this vacation, summer, you're away for whatever, take advantage of other boxes. Take advantage of going other places and intermingling with other athletes, other coaches, and kind of be part of the community. That was one of the biggest reasons why we opened the gym in the first place, was the community aspect of it. So when you guys are out there and have those opportunities, take advantage of it. Go out, meet new people, interact with other like-minded people. It is awesome. All right. So that conversation was happening. So the athletes expect, okay, we want to go out, go to this other box, hit a workout up, and so the response to that was like, why are we going to another box? Why would we do that? What do we need to do that for? And so the athlete's response to that was pretty much of, we're missing a day of training. I have goals that I want to try to achieve later on down the road. By me missing my day of training, it's going to set me back in my goals. And so the response to that was like, well, those goals really aren't very realistic, so there's no point for us to go go to another gym and go for a workout. And so at that point, that was where I kind of overheard a few things, and that's where, from my standpoint, I wish I would have kind of just put my point of view on that. So first and foremost, on that conversation, being on the athlete on the one side of coming from it on a standpoint of kind of doubt or anything like that. When it comes to anything in this world, you guys, there is so much doubt and negativity and naysayers and people that are just so willing to judge and say those things aren't possible, don't even bother doing it. There's already so much of that in the world. Don't add to that. Don't be that person that if you have a friend, family member, person that you're in a relationship with, whatever that may be, express that they have something that they want to achieve. Don't be that person that tells them, no, there's no way in the world you're going to achieve that. Because by doing that, you're already contributing to that obstacle that person's already having to overcome. More times than not, you guys, goals are already hard enough to attain with people backing you and having 100% support, let alone with having your friends, your colleagues, your loved ones, your workers saying, why are you going after this? Well, there's no point in doing this. There's no reason for you to even try. Don't do that. Be there to lift others up. whether it is your friend, whether it is your loved one, your brother, your sister, whatever that may be there to give them the pat on the back and the support that they need to help them along the way. You know, if they want to go out for a workout, whatever, yeah, it may interfere with some of the plans that you may have, but at the same time, you could still kind of have all that stuff in the same time, but at the same time, be there to help them along the journey, along the way. So whether it's in the gym, outside the gym, whatever it may be, lift others up, don't take away and detour from others. Now the other part of that, as far as the athlete that hears that, don't let naysayers and don't let doubters influence what you know you hold true to yourself. Like I said, goals are already hard enough to achieve with those people kind of already there. They're always going to be there. There's always going to be people doubting. There's always going to be people saying you're crazy. There's always going to be people saying there's no way in the world you're going to achieve that. Why even try? That's how goals are made. That's how goals are achieved, is because you have to try and you have to strive to get those things. So I'm gonna take a story from my own kind of experience. I never like to really just throw things out there and just kind of whatever. I like to kind of throw things out from my own standpoint, my own history that I've learned from. And it comes from the time when I was still in college. I was finishing up my sophomore year of football, and I was pretty much in limbo of whether or not I wanted to continue with my football career, or I wanted to just become basically a student. And so my roommate and I, we just finished up the season. You know, it was at the end of it, it was just pretty much we were just over the grind, over the kind of the things that we had been experiencing in this season. So we were going back and forth whether or not we wanted to stop playing, wanted to stop our football career at that point, or just be a student and focus 100% on our academics. And so we decided together that pretty much like, you know what, the best decision for us was that we were going to move back here, go to school, and pursue our other endeavors that we were wanting to pursue. And so he at the time had a conversation with his position coach. He expressed exactly everything we talked about, you know, of like it's just the best decision for us, so on and so forth. And so, you know, his position coach said, yes, I agree, that's a great decision for you. But then he also explained my situation and what I was feeling at the same time as well. And so then his position coach went on to basically say that that's the worst decision that I could possibly make. Went on to basically say that if I decided to stop playing football and leave and go to another school, that I was pretty much going to fail out. I was going to end up dropping out and working some job that I wouldn't want to be working, that I shouldn't be working, this, that, and the other. And so when I heard that, when he explained that to me, my roommate, honestly, that really, really angered me. That pissed me off to no extent. And so made the decision. You know, it was one of those decisions that I knew I needed to do that was right for me. I wasn't happy anymore doing what I was doing, so I needed to take a step back. Ended up moving back here and decided to go to Metro State. And so once I was doing that, I had a lot more free time as far as not playing football and not having that time slot open. So I ended up getting a couple jobs in the meantime to substitute that. So I was going to school, working a couple jobs, and doing that. So my plate was still full as far as time goes. But during that entire time, I used that over and over and over and over again in my head to fuel me to keep pushing through. I mean, there was days that I was tired. I was, you know, working two jobs where I didn't want to go down to school. I didn't want to drive downtown and go to class on some days, you know, but every time I had that, all I heard was, you're going to drop out, you're going to fail, you're not going to succeed, you're not going to achieve the things that you say you're going to achieve. And so that rang every single time in the back of my head. And honestly, that was one of the best things that I could have been told. At the time, I was furious, but at the same time, looking back on it, it was the best thing that that person could have ever said, because I graduated. I graduated with honors, graduated pretty well in my class, and actually that was one of the things that got me into my internship and everything else. And so by doing so, by using that, it helped me along the way. So when people tell you that you're not going to achieve that goal is way too unrealistic, whatever it may be, don't let that person be right. Use your vision, use everything that you have, that you hold true to yourself, to stay the course. Don't tell that person, you know what, that's right. You're right, that is a little bit out there. Let's do this instead. You're like, no, I'm gonna do this, okay? Instead of going to a box, you know what, I'm gonna do 1,000 burpees today. I'm gonna do 100 air squats. I'm gonna do whatever it may be. Okay, you want to go out tonight? We'll go out to our friends. That's awesome. Let's go out with our friends. But you know what? I'm not gonna have a full night of drinking. I'm gonna have water. I'm gonna eat the way I know I can. But still, I'm gonna be there to support you and have a great time and hang out with friends. Those things where you can still be crazy to most people, but you can still at the same time hold what's true to you. And when you do hear people say that, use that. Use that as fuel to your fire. Let it light that fire inside your belly, so you can continue day after day after day of marking towards your goals, because it's little steps. And use every ounce of fuel that you can along the way to achieve those goals. So as far as our first conversation goes, you guys, first off, be good people. Be that person that lifts others up. Be that person that gives pats on the backs. Give that person, they're like, you know what, that is awesome, you're trying to achieve your goals. There are so many people in this world out there that don't even have an idea what they want to achieve. Go get it. And the other part of it is, if you get that person, those people out there that aren't supporting, that's awesome. Use that. Because when you're right, they're going to be looking at you like, oh my God, I wish I would have been on that bus a long time ago. So hopefully, Motivation Monday, you guys, hopefully that gets it started.